Hello, vinyl community. Just a few pickups for you today. I made 2 stops, and I've started listing things on Amazon. So I decided I would pick up some more inventory. Yeah, the records I picked up aren't necessarily valuable, but in fact, it's in all likelihood they're not. But I'm discovering that I have a decent amount of records in my entire collection that are in the $10 to $20 range. So yeah, that's very pleasing. So basically what I'm doing right now on Amazon is I'm just kind of going through my collection from A to Z. I currently just finished the letter B, actually, and I'm pulling out anything $10 that is valued on Amazon at $10 or more, and listing it. Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. Hopefully get some funds rolling in to keep this ball rolling. I mean, it's my dream, and it may or may not ever happen, but it's my dream to have my own record store. Yeah, but I'm actually thinking of doing it in steps. The first step being selling a few items online, possibly having a yard sale where I sell them. Probably advertising on Craigslist under the vinyl keyword. And then stepping up from there, my next step would possibly be a swap meet, or potentially an antique mall. The swap meet would probably be a little easier than the antique mall, but the sales would be questionable. The swap meet we have here is not really my target audience, so yeah. And then potentially from the antique mall, I would step up to an actual store, but that's kind of a loose plan, and it may or may not happen, but I can dream, can't I? Anyway, so I do have just a few pickups here. My first stop was the Pet Adoption Center thrift shop, and the records are $1 each, basically. Yeah, so yeah, I just have a few here. The first one is a nice set of 3 classical piano records by Emmanuel Chabré. Not familiar with that particular composer, but it's a nice package here, and yeah, the vinyls are in good shape. So for $3, I figured I'd pick it up, add it to my classical box set collection. All right, now this next one, it's more out of interest in America's musical heritage, basically. So America's musical heritage. I almost think. Oh yes. I remember looking at the vinyl. I was debating whether or not to get it, and I pulled it out. I saw the print is kind of small, so you won't be able to read it, but it appeared in very large letters to me. There was a song called "Buffalo Gals" by Jim Timmons and his sing-alongers. Yeah. Oh, this is the golden treasury of great music and literature for young people. Interesting. And this is volume 6. But yes, Buffalo Gals. I know this song from my favorite movie in the world, It's a Wonderful Life. Buffalo Gals, won't you come out tonight? Won't you come out tonight? Won't you come out tonight? Yeah. Yeah. So I was very excited about that because there's a very dramatic scene in the movie where she puts on the record and she gets mad at George and so she moves the stylus over and then picks up the record and smashes it on the record player. Yeah, something we would never do, right? Yeah, but yeah, so that should be interesting. When I got it, I didn't realize it was for young people. I mean, that doesn't matter. I'm young at heart, right? But yeah, so I thought I'd pick that up. America's musical heritage. This kind of a good look into different types of American music. All right, this next one is actually a 12-inch single. I don't usually pick these up. These, by the way, were $1 each. The first one had 3 records in it, so she charged me $3. So, yeah. But this is the Visions of Shiva. How much can you take? And it appears to have. Well, let's see. Well, it's basically one mix per side. So one side is emotional, the emotional mix, and one is the physical. But I got it because I saw Paul Van Dyke's name. So I have some of his music on my computer, so I figured, pick it up. I don't mind picking up the odd 12-inch record. I actually enjoy those more than 45s. They're just more significant and yeah. But it has to be songs I'm really into. Alright, this next one is going in my collection of soundtracks. White Nights. You see there in big bold Phil Collins. Yeah. Oh, I guess it was a duet. Phil Collins and Marilyn Martin, Separate Lives. That's the theme song from the movie. But it has some good, other good artists as well. Let's see, Robert Plant, Roberta Flack, John Hyatt, Chaka Khan, Lou Reed. Yeah. So it sounds like a good soundtrack. So I'm happy to add this to my soundtrack collection. All right. And then the last one at the Pet Adoption Center Thrift Shop was Nat King Cole Sings. So this as I'm lost, let's spring one, beautiful moons ago, pitching up a boogie. Yeah, and the vinyl's in great shape, so I'm not going to pass up any Nat King Cole. It's in great shape. I mean, one of the most classic voices ever. All right, so my next stop was the Goodwill near my house, and I just found a few. It was funny because someone had apparently donated a pretty large collection of the name is escaping me now. Laser discs. They had donated a pretty large collection of laser discs, and of course there's the same size as a record. So they just put them in with the records. So So, I mean, I had to wade my way through a bunch of laser discs. I am, by the way, kind of intrigued about laser discs. One of my uncles had quite a collection of laser discs, and he was really into them. But yeah, I'm curious about it, because it's a format that didn't really go anywhere or didn't last very long. So, but yeah, I had to sort through all these laser discs, and I did manage to find 4 pretty good ones. Well, one of them I have no clue about, actually, but it looks interesting. So it is, and these were $2 each. Silver Convention, Save Me. Now, the front here kind of looks like a more modern album, but then the back, I don't know if they're just being retro or if it is actually an old album. Let's 1975, so yeah. But look at the, oh man. Now it's entirely possible that this is going to be disco. Just based on the way they're dressed, it's highly likely it's disco. So that may be going right on Amazon. Alright, I think this is my second record of Atlanta Rhythm Section. This is The Boys from Doraville. The Boys from Doraville. Pretty excited about these next two. This, I think, marks my 3rd Roger Daltrey album. This is Parting Should Be Painless. Oh man, it was so dusty in the Goodwill. Oh, did I mention it? Yeah, I mentioned it. Ugh. In fact, when I walked over towards the records, this big dust bunny just kind of floated down in front of me. I was like, uh-oh. I don't know why there was all this dust, but it was weird, and I had a coughing fit for about 5 minutes there. Well, maybe 2 minutes. And this next one, I think this is maybe my 3rd or 4th Billy Joel. So, The Nylon Curtain. Very pleased to add another one of his albums. Oh, it has Allentown. Nice. Perfect. Excellent. Well, that's it. Just a short one today. 13 minutes is short by my standards. Alright, well, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.